It's a great time of year up here. We get to spend it with all of our family up on the International Space Station.
There's a huge team on the ground that's going to support us in mission controls around the globe over the holidays, and I want to thank them for the sacrifices that they're making.
So from all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas!
Floating candy canes and all. Holiday greetings given by some of the astronauts currently on board the International Space Station. Always special to get those messages from Earth orbit from the brave souls venturing where few have gone before. But there's a problem in space. Astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams were originally supposed to be back here on Earth in mid-June. That's more than 6 months later. They're still up there and likely won't be back now until at least March of next year. Is this a consequence of America's change in space policy? And does that give China and Russia any kind of advantage as they spend more on reaching beyond the bonds of Earth? Joining me to discuss, former NASA astronaut and the former commander of the International Space Station, Mr. Leroy Chiao. Mr. Chiao, first of all, thank you for your service to the country and your courage. Both astronauts were supposed to be home over the summer, and they were all ready to go. Watch this.
I feel confident that if we had to, if there was a problem with the International Space Station, we can get in our spacecraft and we can undock, talk to our team, and figure out the best way to come home.
Right now, we are ready. We will be ready then, unless the data shows otherwise. But right now, based on what we know, we are absolutely ready.
Mr. Chiao, what has changed to alter this timeline? What's going on here? And why is this taking so long to get these two folks home?
Well, sure. Of course, Butch and Sunny were only supposed to be up there for about 10 days to shake down, flight tests of the new Starliner spacecraft. They had some unexplained anomalies in the thruster system, and so NASA delayed their return until they could thoroughly analyze the data. And at the end of the day, out of an abundance of caution, they decided it was better to leave them up there and send a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft to get them. Now, the traffic model going up and down, vehicles coming and leaving from the ISS is pretty complicated. And so, what happened was Butch and Sunny replaced two members of a new crew that was going up there. So they, in essence, took about their spots for the long duration flight. And now the spacecraft is further delayed a few weeks because it's actually a new spacecraft. That is, it is a Dragon spacecraft, but it's a new one. The other three, I believe, I think there are 3 or 4, have been reused, and this is a brand new one. And so they're taking a little extra time just to check it out. And so this is a further delay, maybe 3 weeks or so, on top of the multi.
Mr. Chiao, what still needs to be done here? And
they'll be fine.
Yeah. Could there be any sort of physical after effects of them being in space for that extended period of time?
Well, sure. Going up into space, we the humans and all life on the Earth evolved here with gravity and everything else. And so, yeah, it's a challenge biomedically to go up into space, especially for that long period of time. And so I think there'll be, we've found exercise protocols that really take care of most of that. The one thing that we can't really do much about is people who are up there for extended periods of time do get exposed to higher levels of radiation. And so, we haven't really determined what that will mean, down the road, but that's something that we've all accepted.
Yeah. Mr. Chiao, since the retiring of the space shuttle, this country's had to rely on other countries, on private sector operators to transport our astronauts. Do you believe that that has hampered us at all? We were the leader, and we had so much momentum in the 70s and 80s and 90s with our space program. And now it seems we've lost some of that. We continue to read about budget cuts for NASA. Did we retire that fleet too early before there was a viable, reusable alternative or a next generation of shuttle?
Right. So I came into NASA during, kind of running up to the heart of the space shuttle program. So space shuttle holds a very special part in my heart. My first 3 missions were aboard space shuttles. And yeah, it made me sad. And I was personally against retiring them when we did, because there was a lot of life left in them. And by far the most capable vehicles any country has ever produced. So to put it in context, yeah, you're right. NASA has changed. Unfortunately, most large organizations, the longer they go on, they become more bureaucratic, more inefficient. And just to put that in context, we went from not having NASA, not having rockets, not having astronauts, to landing humans on the moon in just under 11 years. And this exploration program, the current one, started in 2004. It's gone through some changes and all that, but we've been at it for 20 years now on this new exploration program, when we have yet to launch an American astronaut on this exploration program. Now, the bright spot is, as you pointed out, the commercial sector. We have SpaceX doing great things, things that all the experts, including me, at one time said couldn't be done, like recover first-stage boosters and reuse them. Hopefully, we'll see Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin, launch their New Glenn rocket soon. So I think that's really the exciting bright spot for us.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have you back as we track the saga into March, and talk more about what we are going to do as a country to kind of regain our footing in the space race. And let's certainly hope that we can finally get those brave folks home. The former commander of the International Space Station, Leroy Chiao. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And stay with us. The second hour of America Right Now begins right now.